right, everyone. Welcome back to what I will say is a special episode for me today. Today marks the 1-year anniversary of the first Fandom From Afar podcast that came out, and I can't believe it's been a year already. This kind of started out as just, hey, let's just try it and see how it goes, and I've had so much fun doing it. I do have to thank every guest that came on the podcast with me this past year, just taking the time to share their story. I've really enjoyed each and every one. Like, I don't think there's been a bad guest on the show so far, and just them sharing their origin stories and kind of how they became a fan and how they still share in the fan experience, even if they are far away. It's really been cool. I've really enjoyed it. And I just want to thank everyone for coming on and for putting up with my silly games that I include in the episodes as well. So I look forward to any of my past guests coming on again, and we can find new games to play and just share how your fandom has evolved since the first time you came on. I also want to thank my listeners. It's been just a wonderful surprise how many people have listened to this and given me feedback, whether it's on text or social media or anything like that. And it's just fun. I have a fun time making these episodes, and it's just so great to hear that you guys have a fun time listening, whether it's the guest interview episodes or my solo shows where I'm talking about the Nuggets. I really appreciate you guys taking time to listen. I know there's a lot of other sports podcasts out there, so I don't take it for granted that you spend a little time listening to mine. And so with that said, I'll keep trying to get better, not only as a podcast host, but also on the technical side, and really just try and make episodes that are even better in year 2. So with that said, I do want to play a game today. I don't have a guest, but I'm going to kind of play a game. I will set the premise, and then you as a listener can kind of choose which answer you would go with in my game. So the game is called Sliding Doors. The reason I chose this is because Russell Westbrook has officially signed with the Nuggets. It was long rumored, and we kind of all knew it was coming, but I guess a part of me was still a little nervous until it actually happened, just because I'm a Nuggets fan. Big name free agents don't normally sign with the Nuggets, so I think I had a little part of me that was still scared that he was going to change his mind at the last second and sign with Miami or New York or somebody like that. So I'm excited that he is on the team. I think he's going to bring a fire and some energy and some leadership, and the actual basketball part, we'll see. But that's part of what the game is today. I want you to kind of decide how this is going to go, having Russell Westbrook on our team, and could he be the domino for either terrible things happening to the Nuggets this year or possibly amazing things happening. So I have 3 scenarios for you, good listeners. If you want to listen to all 3, and then you can choose which one you think is more likely, or you can choose which one you hope will happen. It's really up to you. It's your game. So let's start with scenario number 1. Scenario number 1. DeRon Holmes is the first of many injuries. The Nuggets can't seem to get healthy or find a rhythm. The young Nuggets either can't stay healthy or find consistency. The vets are frustrated with the young players' inconsistency. Trade rumors start, and the Nuggets find themselves in the 7th seed at the trade deadline. Michael Malone feels the pressure to win now, so he starts playing the veterans even more, which leads to more injuries. The Nuggets barely make the playoffs in the 6th seed, but we are eliminated in the first round, and major changes are coming in the offseason. Now, that is a pretty bad scenario. Let's see what scenario number 2 is. The Nuggets are refreshed after having a longer offseason than expected. Jamal Murray comes into camp slightly in shape after playing for Team Canada in the Olympics, and Aaron Gordon and MPJ are mentally and physically refreshed. The young Nuggets play better than expected, and Westbrook provides leadership and ball handling to stabilize the Nuggets bench. Now, with good health, the Nuggets coast their way to the 3rd seed. They take the last few weeks off to get ready for the playoffs. A rested Nuggets team gets ready to face the Western Conference teams, and because they are so healthy and so rested, they cruise all the way to a Western Finals matchup with the Thunder. Experience plus Jokic leads the Nuggets to a long-awaited matchup with the Celtics in the NBA Finals. After a tough 7-game series, Jokic wins his 2nd Finals MVP, and the Nuggets are champions once again. A little bit better that time. I like that one. Let's see what scenario number 3 has for us. Westbrook's intensity unlocks something in the Nuggets. Jamal is motivated to level up and become all NBA. Peyton Watson, Christian Brown, and Julian Strawther feed off of Russell's energy, and the quartet becomes a fan favorite with their swarming style and just playing to the crowd all the time. They play so well that nobody even notices that Zeke Naji is out there too. Sorry, Zeke, I had to. The starters are energized because the bench doesn't immediately give up every single lead. Aaron Gordon leads the league in blocks. MPJ averages 6 3-pointers per game, and Christian Brown becomes one of the league's best defenders. The team's energy, along with Jokic's new goatee, propel the Nuggets to 62 wins and the number 1 seed. Fast forward to a gentleman's sweep of the Celtics, while Jokic averages 15, 15, and 15 in the playoffs and wins another playoff MVP. So 3 very different scenarios. I'll give you a few seconds to maybe choose which one you think is more likely, or which one you hope happens, or maybe you're just thinking about how cool I am for spending my time coming up with 3 dream scenarios for the Nuggets. Either way, I think we're all winners. I think scenario number 2 is most likely. I think Russell Westbrook will have a positive impact by his leadership, by his attitude. I think the Nuggets learned from last year. I think they're going to take it easier on the veterans and let the young guys struggle, but grow and be ready for the playoffs. I think the Nuggets will have a good record, but they're not going to be the top. And I also think they're going to win the championship. Thank you all so much for listening. This year has been amazing. I have enjoyed each and every episode and look forward to continuing it on for year 2.